listening to your gut, flipping a coin. So in terms of this tool, you just basically flip a coin and you say something like, heads I publish with Audible, tails I don't. And before you actually look at the way, before you actually look at whether it comes up heads or tails, you feel which way your gut is going, or which way you're leaning, which way your preference is. So I'm going to do that in real time right now. Okay, I'm going to spin it. All right, so heads I publish with Audible, tails I don't. I'm going to say I hope it comes up tails. And yeah, it came up tails, which that doesn't matter too much. What matters is which way I was thinking it was going to land. And so I just write here that tell me to not publish with Audible. Okay, values conflict and theory of constraints is not something that's covered in the book, so I'll skip those. Luck thought experiment. So the idea behind the luck thought experiment is to say, when you make a decision, sometimes there's the inertia of initial investments that have been made. For example, if I want to make a decision about whether I should continue my studies, let's say I'm in the second year of a 3-year psychology degree. If I want to make a decision about whether to continue my studies or just go out and work, it's basically about saying, okay, like if I put the first 2 years of study behind me, what does my decision look like then? If someone just basically said to me, here, start this psychology degree, you don't need to do the first 2 years, would I still want to put in an extra year's worth of work into that degree to get it done, or do I want to go and work first and then maybe come back to the degree later? In terms of how that applies to this decision, it's about thinking, okay, well, I already have somewhat of a relationship with Amazon through Kindle, but if I didn't have that relationship with Amazon or Kindle, would I still want to publish on Audible? Now, the relationship that I have with Amazon isn't a great one. If I think through a thought experiment where I've got no experience as a self-publisher with Amazon, do I want to publish on Audible? And the answer to that is actually yes, I do. There's a certain sense of prestige of like basically saying like, hey, my book's on Audible, check it out. And people are just like, whoa, this guy must be a big deal if he's on Audible. So there's that prestige / reputation. There's a certain sense of ease with it as well, because currently with my indie release, people will have to go on and download a zip file, unzip the files. So I've been learning that some phones don't actually have like players that will just play MP3 files, and so that's another point of friction that might stop people from listening to the book. Whereas with Audible, it's fairly easy, right? Like if you're already an Audible listener, it's just a matter of going in and just buying the book with one tap, and then another tap to download it, and then another tap to listen. And so it's fairly smooth. So there is that ease factor as well. Only a few taps to listen. And yeah, that's about it. I'd want to publish, and also because I'm unaware challenging the rotation can be. So I'm blissfully unaware in this thought experiment. So that just gives me another perspective to look at.
If you enjoyed this video, you may also enjoy this playlist. Here, I break down my entire decision-making process. To make it concrete, I use my decision on whether to publish on Audible as an example. Just click here to view the playlist, or click here to skip to the meat of how I make the decision. Thanks for watching, and here's to living with less anxiety and fewer regrets.